Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we're diving into a really powerful poem by Ted Hughes called My Own True Family.
So let me ask you this. Have you ever had a dream that felt so real it actually changed you? Well, that's exactly what we're going to explore today. It's a story about a single, really strange dream that completely flips someone's view of the world on its head. It all starts with a walk in the woods, but it ends somewhere totally different.
All right, so here's our game plan. We're going to start with a walk in the woods, then things get interesting with a secret in a bag. After that, we'll hear a pretty serious warning from some oak trees, see a promise being made, and finally, watch how this all leads to a huge change in our main character, from a human to someone with the heart of a tree.
Okay, let's set the scene. Our story kicks off pretty simply, We've got a child creeping into an oak wood, basically a forest packed with old oak trees. And what are they looking for? A stag. That's a male deer. It feels all very normal, a very innocent start to what's about to become a seriously strange adventure. But that peaceful search doesn't last long. All of a sudden, the child meets this mysterious old woman. And the way the poem describes her, wow, it's so clear. She's got this rough, bumpy stick and is wearing nothing but old, torn clothes, just rags. And check out that word, knobbly. Such a great word, isn't it? It just perfectly helps you picture that stick, all rough and lumpy. You could almost say it describes the woman herself, right? Kind of old and weathered, almost a part of the forest, just like those ancient trees. Okay, so this is where things start to get weird. That simple walk in the woods? Yeah, that's over. It's about to become this super tense, almost magical encounter.
So get this, the old woman makes this absolutely chilling claim. She looks at the child and says, I have your secret right here, inside my little bag. Whoa. Just like that, she has this strange, almost spooky power over them. Seriously, put yourself in the child's shoes for a second. This complete stranger, this old woman, says she knows your deepest secret. What's going through your head? Are you scared? Confused? It's a really unsettling thought, for sure.
So how does the kid react? Well, the woman just laughs, this creepy cackle, and the child starts to quake. They're literally trembling with fear. That one word tells you everything you need to know about how terrified they are. Things are getting intense fast.
And then, bam, everything changes. The woman opens her little bag, and the child's whole world just flips. The poem has this amazing line. It says they came twice awake. What does that mean? It means this dream, or whatever it is, feels even more real than being awake. And just like that, they're a prisoner, tied to a stake, surrounded by this silent, staring tribe.
So, who exactly is this staring tribe? Who are these figures that have our main character trapped? Well, in this next part, we find out. And let me tell you, their true identity is the absolute heart of this entire poem.
It turns out the mysterious figures are the oak trees themselves, and they say to the child, "We are your own true family." Wow. This is the core message of the poem right here. It totally turns our idea of what family is completely upside down. And they don't just say hello. Oh no, they basically put all of humanity on trial, and the child is there to represent us. They're like, you people chop us down, you tear us up, and you don't even blink an eye. It's this powerful accusation, right? They're saying we just don't care about their suffering at all. So, let's be clear. This is not a friendly chat. This is a life or death situation, an ultimatum. The trees are demanding that humans change their ways, and if we don't listen, well, the consequence is immediate, and it's final. So what do the trees want? It's not just a simple "I'm sorry." Nope. They demand a very specific, lifelong promise, a vow that is going to completely change how this person, and by extension us, interacts with the world forever.
And this promise, it's all about one thing: felling trees. Now, felled is just a different way of saying cut down. And that's the action the trees want humans to really, really think about before they do it.
So what is this big promise? Well, it all comes down to a number, the number 2. They demand that for every single oak tree the child sees getting cut down, they have to swear, they have to promise to plant 2 more, not just 1 to replace it, but 2.
And the threat, if they break that promise, it's pretty terrifying, but also kind of poetic. If they fail, the poem says the black oak bark will wrinkle over them. They'll actually become a tree themselves. Can you imagine? Rooted to the ground, trapped forever in the same forest they didn't protect?
So,
There it is. The child is faced with this terrifying choice. What happens? How does it all end? Well, this final section shows us just how deeply this dream affected them.
So the speaker wakes up, and they confirm, okay, it was all a dream. It happened beneath the boughs, under the tree branches. But right away, they add this incredibly important line. It was the dream that altered me. You see? This wasn't just some weird nightmare you forget the next day. This was a genuinely life-changing event.
And this really gets to the beautiful ending of the poem. When the child comes out of the woods back to everyone else, they look exactly the same on the outside. They still have the walk of a human child. But on the inside, whoa, something has completely changed. Their heart, the poem says, is now the heart of a tree. They feel this deep, silent, rooted connection to the natural world.
And that's where the poem leaves us, with a question for you, for me, for all of us. It's asking us to stop looking at the trees in nature as something out there, separate from us, and instead see them as our own true family. It's a challenge, really. It makes you think, what promise can you make to them? What's one thing you can do to protect your family? Thanks so much for joining me today to explore my own true family.